Hi there. At least once a day, I'm asked, Keith, you're very lucky that you get the chance to hang out with the REDBLACKS cheerleaders. And if I was to respond to that, I would say the word I would use is proud. I'm proud of the fact that we've got a fantastic team representing our community, and also proud of the fact that I get to bring them to you every week and you get to know them a little bit better. I've got two outstanding representatives of that team with me today, Janda and Riley, members of the dance team. Ladies, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad at all, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your crazy day to come and spend a little time with me. We're back here in the backyard. I figured while the weather's nice, we'll try to take as much advantage of it as we can. So first and foremost, ladies, what got you interested in being on the REDBLACKS Cheer and Dance team?
For me, I've always loved performing, and I knew that the REDBLACKS perform in front of like 24,000 people, and for me, performing is what gives me like all my happiness. Like, I like dancing too, but performing for me is like the one thing that like when I feel the energy from the crowd, I love it. So I knew that coming on here was going to be the ultimate performing opportunity, and like doesn't get much bigger than this. So
I mean, I think all of us on the team have a real love for performing, so, and just being able to participate in all the events, not only do we get to perform, but we get to meet all these amazing people, all these amazing kids. It's great to be able to interact with everyone. So it's really rewarding, not only in the performance aspect of it, but being able to participate in community stuff as well.
Excellent. And a few months in, how's it been going so far?
It's great. It's a lot of fun. I've gotten to do a lot of events, so I've got to meet a ton of different people, and it's just been great overall so far.
Excellent.
And I think one of the things with the events that Lisa mentioned is like there's stuff that happens during the events that you don't expect and that are perks, like meeting amazing people. Like, you don't know who you're going to meet, and then you get to support great causes. Like, that's another one of the perks that like isn't really advertised as much, but it's like a huge part of it. Yeah. So that to me has been amazing as well.
That's awesome. And the really cool thing is, from getting to know you ladies, you both actually like football.
Yes. Surprisingly, yes.
Okay, is there a sport that you were paying more attention to before football, or have you always been into football? Because when you say surprisingly yes, I wasn't sure.
That's the thing, because for me, it's always been dance. I've never been like watching soccer, never really watched the sports on TV except for maybe hockey. Okay. But like football, I remember in high school, like football team was my favorite team. I always went to their games in high school, no other games but the football games. So for me, I've always been a fan of football.
Okay, excellent. Sorry, you're going to say something?
No.
Okay. Jan, I want to start with you. Okay, so first of all, I'm really happy that you're here, and it's nice to chat with you, but how the heck do you have time to be here? You're working 3 jobs right now. Like 3 jobs, and then on top of that, you're working with the REDBLACKS. Like,
I sometimes wonder that myself, to be honest. I mean, I think that I may have thought that I could take on a little more than what's realistic. I'm still doing it, but it's so hard for me because I love all the jobs that I have. I love everyone, and I love all of my jobs, so I couldn't pick one over the other. And then dance for me is my outlet, so how am I supposed to choose? So like, I just love everything, and like, yes, it does get tiring at times to try and fit everything in, but as long as I'm doing it, I guess can't complain.
I was gonna say, I think that's the thing. I don't think you have to choose, but I think it also goes to show, you know, how structured and how organized you ladies are, because you balance so many different things.
It's definitely time management for sure.
Yeah, definitely strict schedules, keep into what you got to get done.
It's good because we know when our practices are, we know what days they are, we know when the games are, like way ahead of time, so I can book off work for that. And so far, all of my jobs have been really supportive of the REDBLACKS, because REDBLACKS have so many fans. They're all like, oh, you're on the REDBLACKS, that's so cool. So I automatically get time off. Anything to do with REDBLACKS, I get time off.
Yeah.
So
I should try that. I'd like this week off. No, REDBLACKS, okay, yes.
Okay, yes, go.
So in your lives, I'll open this up to both of you. Do people recognize you, like in your day-to-day, do people recognize you as being part of the team? Like, other than the people who obviously work with you and know that you're part of it, but are you walking down the street? Are you at the point where you're getting recognized and people know that you're part of the team?
I think it's starting to come more and more. I haven't had anybody like approach me yet.
Okay.
But I mean, when you're dressed up and you're going out to an event and you're kind of wearing the red and black, people kind of look at you and they go, oh, who's that? And then if I get into a conversation with them, they're like, I thought something was up, or like, I thought I recognized you. So it's starting to come.
So this is even before you put on your uniform?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I think one of the games I had my suitcase, but I was walking down the street and I was wearing red and black, and I think they just knew that I was, as Lisa said, people are starting to know that we're
who we are.
part of the Red Black just because of the way we dress. So I make sure every time I'm at Lansdowne, I'm red and black, and I always look my best. And I think people do. It just makes me feel confident as well, like walking down the street.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's one of the things too. I think that the whole team gives off this whole air of confidence, and it's fantastic to see, and it's great to see, you know, you guys being empowered like that. Now you're from the East Coast.
Yes.
Okay, so you grew up whereabouts?
Bedford, Nova Scotia.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I know over the last few years the CFL has tested out Moncton. Do you think the CFL would be successful out in the East Coast?
I think definitely, for sure. I think the Maritimes need more exposure in general, and I think having an East Coast team would be amazing. I would be so happy if there was an East Coast team. I know, because I'm from the East Coast and it's my hometown, so
I think it would be
extremely happy.
I agree with you. I think it would be fantastic. I'd love to see it expand out to the East Coast. We're going to come back to you in a few moments. Riley.
Yes.
How are you, my dear?
I'm great.
Now, Riley, I'm not a big, age to me is just a number, but truth be told is you're the youngest person on the team.
I am.
But you're also a cougar. So, now for those of you who don't know, and which I'm assuming is a lot of people, there was an interesting situation that happened this past weekend, and we're going to get to talking about you in a second, but I can't wait to talk about this. So NCAFA, which is an organization here in the Ottawa area, was having a football tournament for young kids, like around 10 years old or so. And you were at this event with 3 other members of the team, Emma, Caitlin, as well as Frederique. Can you tell the nice people what happened at this event?
Okay, so we were standing around, we were visiting with all the little kids and stuff. We met up with Keith, said hi, exchanged a few stuff, and then this little boy, I'm gonna say he's around 10 years old, in his football uniform, comes up, and he's like, okay girls, my uncle said that he would give me $10 if I could get a phone number from you. So we all kind of looked at each other and we're like, oh, well, we can't really give out our phone numbers, like we're quite a few years older than you. But then I was like, well, why not like play it off with him? So I got his phone and I just went into his notes and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you a fake number, but you have to tell your uncle that it's real, okay? So he's like, okay, awesome, so excited, runs back. He comes back a few minutes later and he's like, he believed it, I got the money. And then he goes, so he said that he would give me $5 for another one. I'm like, wow, this uncle's really into it. Why not ask for more money? So he goes, comes back. He said $20 for 2 more numbers. So we got 2 of the other girls to put in just some fake numbers. And he knew they were fake, so it's not like anyone was going to call them. But and then we saw him later, and he's like, yep, I got the full price as promised, so you're welcome.
So he's on his way to probably like some new video game, and that's awesome. But so here's the funny thing. I could go on and tease you about the cougar thing. Obviously it's a joke, but I will always say, listen, I have all the respect in the world for all the work that you ladies and gentlemen put into like your practices, getting ready for the games and all that, and I love and respect everything that you guys do around the team. For myself personally, as a fan who's been around this league for years and years, there's nothing to me more touching than seeing you guys interact with kids, and not even just that experience, but after there were so many little girls that were coming up to you ladies and saying, hey, can I use your pom-poms, and you were teaching them
those
dances.
Girls were awesome. They're amazing, and they just had so much energy. They were so excited. We had one girl come up to I believe it was me and Caitlin that day, and she was like so excited she couldn't even talk. She just laughed, and her sister was like, I'm really sorry about this, but like, can she have a hug? And she was just so ecstatic. It was awesome.
Because it's one of those things, I mean, yes, technically you're the youngest person on the team, but to see you out there and seeing how you guys, deal with kids and handle fans, it's just fantastic. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about you a little bit. So the path to becoming a dancer for you wasn't really an easy one. Can you talk a little bit about what happened when you were younger?
So I started dancing when I was 3, started competitive when I was 6, and then around the time when I was 10, so I was in like grade 4, I started having really bad pains in my feet, and I was really sore after class, and I was dancing like 6 days a week, so it was really tough. And then we ended up going to CHEO, and they said that I had 2 extra bones in my feet, like right where the arch is. So it was making my arches fall, which was causing all the pain. So I pretty much had the decision whether or not I could have the surgery and have it removed, or I could keep dancing with it. So we decided to do the surgery. So I had both feet done at the same time. So I was in 2 casts for around 5 weeks. So I was in a wheelchair. And we didn't know if I was going to be able to keep dancing after. We didn't know if it was going to be too painful or if it would ruin my technique. So after I came out of the cast, there was a lot of physiotherapy and getting back on my feet, but I'm here. So luckily it turned out for the best. I mean, if that had been taken away from me, I would have been devastated. It was a really tough time for me as a kid. Being told that you might not get to do the thing you love anymore, it's really scary, but my family got me through it, and the people who helped me out got me through it, and now I'm on the team dancing. I
think it's a fantastic story. I appreciate you sharing it, and again, I think that we're for the better for having both of you on this team, so really, really appreciate that. Now, obviously, you're both kind of living a dream right now. You're both on this wonderful cheer and dance team. But you were saying that you've got another dream that you want to pursue. Do you want to talk about that?
Okay, so for my 18th birthday, my mom and dad were able to take me to New York, and I have been a huge Broadway fan, like, ever since I can remember. So we got to go see 2 Broadway shows, and they were absolutely amazing.
Which ones did you see?
I went to see On the Town, which is a more dance-based.
Okay.
So a lot more technical dancing in it, which was amazing. It was really good. And then my parents actually took me to see Finding Neverland, which is a new one.
Okay.
So story of how Peter Pan the play got written. Yeah. Both amazing shows, and I sat in the audience and cried for both of them.
Wow. Okay.
Just thinking how amazing it would be to be on that stage. So, I mean, past this, it would be my dream to be on Broadway, because I like to sing as well, so I think it'd be amazing.
Well, I definitely hope that comes to fruition for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming across so many people on the team that are singers. Have you guys ever collectively thought about putting together a group?
Girl group? I think we should. I think we should go for it.
Sings,
Lisa and Jess, our coach, sings too.
Yeah.
So
before the games, we were
singing,
right?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. We should put together a few covers.
Cool. Yeah.
We're getting out there. We'll do it. I promise you. By the end of the season, we'll put something together.
I'm excited. Janda, what about you? Dreams? What do you? Is there anything that you're aspiring to, that you're working towards, that you want to talk about?
I think for me, anything in the entertainment industry, because I really like to be active. As you know, I have 3 jobs, I guess. So
what's 2 more?
Yeah, I guess.
Might as well add them
I mean, anything performance, entertainment industry, anything active. I used to always want to dance on a cruise ship. That'd be super fun.
Yeah.
To travel, because you could travel as well and see everything and be doing the thing you love. What better does it get than doing the thing you love and traveling?
Well, it's true.
I think it's still a dream. I think I still want to try and do that, actually.
I don't see why you can't. I know a few people who've done that in the past.
Yeah,
and they
me
loved
too.
it. And it's a great opportunity too. You get to go out and see different parts of the world, and like you said, do the thing that you really love.
And be active.
And be active.
That's my number 1 thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Keep busy.
Yes.
You know what I was doing before you ladies came here? I was being active, getting ready for some rapid fire questions for you.
Oh, here they come.
Are you excited?
All right.
Okay, so basically the rule of, and you know this because you're a huge fan of this.
I am.
The rule of rapid fire is that you have no idea what I'm going to ask you.
That's why I'm scared.
Okay. So, what's the first question that I usually ask, which I kind of just blew right there, but what's the last movie that you saw? Yeah.
Last movie you saw in theaters?
Me, it was Magic Mike 2.
Oh.
I actually did see that. That was the last one
Did you go with some of the girls on the team? Because every other person that's coming here is telling me that they saw that. Yeah.
No, I actually didn't. It was just like a last minute thing. It was cheap movie night. I'm like, might as well go. Me and my mom went.
You and your mom went?
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
That's great.
Girls night. I don't know, but it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my last movie.
How about yourself?
You know what? I haven't been to see a movie in a long time. I think the last movie I saw in theaters was The New Avengers.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the first Avengers?
No, the new one.
Okay.
But not that long.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, who's your celebrity crush?
Beyonce for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Okay, not girl crush though. Girl
Okay.
crush.
Girl
I don't judge, all right.
I admire everything she does, as an artist. She's always looking fabulous. She's an amazing singer. She has a great talent. She's a good dancer. She's a good actress. You never see her in the tabloids ooh, drama, she just knows how to handle herself. in the public, and I just admire her.
With the exception of the
Like,
actress part, you just pretty much described all of the ladies on the Red Blacks Cheer and Dance team.
Aww.
Okay, so she would be your girl celebrity
Girl crush for sure.
I have a guy crush on Denzel Washington, so I can respect that. So, how about yourself?
Oh God, Beyonce's so good. How do I follow up on that? Okay. Could I go with Beyonce too? I can't think of another one.
These questions are...
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
I know.
Who doesn't love Beyonce? And everyone loves her. So
Yeah.
These questions are awesome. I'll finish that for you. What is your favorite TV show?
It's between So You Think You Can Dance
Okay.
and I think One Tree Hill.
Okay.
Do you know that show?
I
One Tree
do.
Hill?
I am
it's
aware
just
of
like
it.
it has a good mixture of family life plus high school life plus like it has real situations and real problems that you can relate to, and they teach you like in a good way how to handle them in a healthy. I don't know. I sound really
Have you
weird
seen
right
the
now.
whole season?
Yeah,
the whole
I've
series?
seen all of the series.
So there was this. You'll love this. Have you seen One Tree Hill?
No.
There was a storyline on the show where there was a younger guy who was involved with an older woman. Remember that? Skills and Bev?
Yes.
Right? I'm telling you. All right. So,
I remember
future.
that.
yeah. Your favorite TV show?
favorite TV show? I'm gonna go with Criminal Minds actually.
Okay.
I'm a big Criminal Minds
Yeah?
fan. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So in lieu of what happened this past Sunday at the event, what is the best pickup line that you've ever heard?
Pickup line like from a fan.
I was gonna say from, but anybody. But
Oh, okay. So I work at Britannia Yacht Club, and I asked some. It was Latin night, so for Latin night we have a lot of Latin people that come together and they dance to Latin music. Anyways, so a Latin guy, he's about, I guess, a little bit older than me, maybe 5 years older. He comes up and I was like, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And he's like, "A kiss?" And I was like,
straight to the
"Ooh."
point.
I was like, wow, like that's pretty forward.
yeah.
And there's also kids burgers on the menu, so I didn't know how to handle it. So I was like, "Oh, you'd like a kids burger?" Like,
Nice. Good
and I was like,
save.
yeah, for sure. And he's like, "Nah, just get me a cheeseburger." And I was like, "Okay." And I just kind of, I didn't know what else to say, but it was good for sure. Like, you know, like
Good
it was
on ya.
kind of smart. Like it was like, yeah.
When you are not seducing 10-year-olds, what is the best pickup line that you have heard?
Okay. I've never actually had a pickup line used on me.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I feel left out.
Oh. Okay.
I've got a left to
Like
the 10-year-olds. No, never.
No, but the 10-year-old one was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Like,
The
It was
10-year-old. Well,
cute.
that was your first
and
then.
if he was your age,
Thank
it
you.
would be even
Yeah.
more cute because it'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, can I get your number?"
Yeah.
You know?
We were at Hope Volleyball, and we were talking to this guy, and he's like, "Oh, so I'm kind of like talking to Red Blacks cheerleaders right now," and me and my friend Sabrina on the team were like, "No, like you actually are."
Yeah. It
Like,
isn't
there's
kind
no
of,
kind of.
This is happening. This is happening. Are you more nervous on game day or for this interview? Start with you.
I'm not really nervous for either of them. First game, I was terrified. I didn't
Okay.
know how I was going to react. But, like, since then, it's just the energy from the fans. Like, there's no way you can be nervous out there. Because if you mess up, you're with 50 other of your teammates and 24,000 screaming fans.
Okay.
So, there's no nerves.
Awesome.
And you're a joy, so I wasn't nervous for this
I
interview.
appreciate that. It's been a long time, if ever, that I've been called a joy. Janda, how about yourself?
Well, I think you guys both know I was like definitely really nervous for this interview.
And now?
Now I'm more comfortable, but for game day I was just as nervous because
Really?
I didn't know, like I love performing, but always the first game you never know. But now it just feels like home. Like all the
Okay.
games, I'm never nervous. I'm just like excited to perform, which is how I should feel.
I want
How
this to
everyone
feel
should
like home too. Come by anytime.
It does feel like home
You're
now.
good. You're good. Okay, last question. I've got to ask. How many pairs of shoes do each of you own?
Shoes.
Oh
Oh.
man.
I want to say around 15.
15. 1
Yeah,
5. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So not bad.
Not
I'm
bad.
not a crazy shoe person. I love them, but
Okay, hang on.
Well,
Hi.
for me,
Janda and her 3 jobs.
I work at a shoe store, so that like maybe would put me up a little more. Plus, I get a discount,
So
so
20?
more than 20. Because you need your boots, you need your flip flops, flats. You
So
just
what sort of number are we looking
it
at
probably
here?
like 40.
40. Okay.
But it's like I get a discount, so it's like kind of fair, but not. I don't know.
I
But
get it.
definitely, I just like love it. I love shoes. I actually really do love shoes, which is why I couldn't give up my job at Town Shoes.
Yeah.
Right? I can't choose because I have a
Can't
love for
choose
everything.
between shoes and Red Blacks.
I get it.
I love everything and everyone. So.
I get it. Before we get out of here, the next game coming up is Calgary on the road. Any predictions on that upcoming game?
I mean, I'm hoping they do well. We've been doing really
I
well.
think they will definitely do well.
Yeah.
We're like
totally
the last
kicking butt right
game
now.
was so exciting, and I feel like they're just like, now that they like have had like these past games that have been so good, they're just like on like that kind of level now, so they expect themselves to do better, their fans expect them to do better. Like I think like this energy is just really good, and I feel like they'll keep up with it.
Yeah, some pretty intense nail biter games, so it's been really good for the fans as well. It keeps them on their feet.
Excellent.
So we're hoping they do well.
I'm confident. So listen, ladies, I want to thank the both of you for coming by. What you may not know is it's been starting to drizzle here, but these wonderful ladies do not melt because they are just absolutely awesome. So let's recap what we've discussed today. Janda works 3 crazy jobs, and that's okay because she gets around between them in all of her 40 pairs of shoes. And we've also learned that Riley is absolutely fantastic with young kids. Young boys might have a crush on her, but she's got a sweet spot for the little girls who want to play with her pom-poms. And at the end of all of that, there are 2 absolutely fantastic reasons why you should be supporting the Red Blacks Cheer and Dance team, because they, like I say, time and time again, they do nothing but make the city proud. Ladies, thank you so much for taking the time to come by and chat with me. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and that's been my view from the 40.